This is your one and only 𝐈𝐸𝐸81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today we're going to cover everything you need to know about Ubisoft's upcoming new pirate game called Skull and Bones. Let's get to it. Skull and Bones will be released on November 8th, 2022 and will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Stadia, and PC through Epic Games Launcher and Ubisoft Connect. It will run you $69.99 on consoles and $59.99 on PC. First, let's take a look at some of the gameplay mechanics we will see in Skull and Bones. Dens are a common ground location where you will craft new ships, equipment, buy provisions, and obtain contracts, which is this game's version of quests. Dens are also where you will spawn if you are bested in battle. You will progress through the game by leveling your Infamy. Infamy is this game's version of player experience and how you will level your character, unlocking new perks and craftables. You can gain Infamy in many ways, everything from contracts to exploration, plundering, treasure hunting, investigation, and dynamic events. Dynamic events appear to be things like large-scale battles, as they mention attacking merchant ships that have a fleet of armored escorts. Gameplay will also include some of the more traditional crafting and gathering gameplay. You will gather things like ore, wood, animal hides, meat, and coconuts. I assume the food resources will be used to take care of your crew, which we will talk about later, and the other non-edible resources will be used for the game's crafting systems, such as, but not limited to, new armor, ships, and weapons. Speaking of crafting, it looks like some of the crafting recipes will be unlocked through the leveling system, but they also mention blueprints being needed to unlock things like better ships, weapons, and armor as well. You will be able to play the game in single player or multiplayer on PvP or PvE servers, which you can actually switch between dynamically with the same character and not lose any progress. This allows you to build up and tech out your ships without the fear of getting raided by other players. Then, when you are ready, you can take your ship to a PvP server and fight other players for great rewards. You can also play with up to 3 of your friends with the in-game party system. Of course, there will be loads of customization available. You will be able to dress your pirate in different outfits, apply body cosmetics, assign emotes, and more. You will also be able to customize your ship. From what I could tell, this looks like custom sails and flags. I can only assume because this is a Ubisoft game, there will probably also be an in-game store to sell you even more cosmetics. There also appears to be pets. If you look at this screenshot, you can see a lemur, and it just makes sense as pets are a super easy thing to sell you in a cash shop. Moving on to the ships, you will start the game with a small dhow ship, which from what I can tell with a quick Google search just means a small single sail ship. Then as you level, you will quickly upgrade to a larger ship. Once you have a larger ship, you will also gain a crew, which will need to be fed, and their morale will need to be kept up or they will mutiny. They also mention that part of ship management is the ship's condition. This leads me to believe that they were, one, just talking about general hull damage, or there could be some sort of ship wear and tear system where you have to repair it to keep its stats in peak condition. At launch, there will be 12 different ships with different playstyles. A few ships that have been mentioned are the cargo ship, which is used for moving large amounts of goods, but moves much slower than other ships. Then there is the navigation style ships, which move faster, but carry less cargo and have less hull HP. And finally, there is the firepower ships, which can hold more guns, but are harder to maneuver. Ships can also have different types of armor that will be more effective against different weapons and less effective against others. Some of the weapons that have been mentioned so far are Greek fire, ballistas, rocket launchers, and mortars. When it comes to combat, a spyglass will be your best friend, allowing you to see other ships' armor type, loot, infamy gained, ship type, ship damage, and faction. If you lose a fight fight and your ship is destroyed, you will respawn at the closest den or outpost. Some of the resources lost from your ship will be mailed back to you, which has been referred to as insured items. The rest of the resources from the sunken ship will be floating on the water as wreckage where you were downed and need to be recovered. This wreckage can also be stolen by other players. If you are able to recover your wreckage, you will have recovered all of your materials. This will allow you to recraft your ship, and the lost battle will have only cost you time. If you win the fight with another ship or a settlement, as you will have the ability to raid the lands as well as the ships on the sea, you will gain infamy and resources. However, if you sink a ship, you will only be able to claim some of the resources that ship had. If you want to collect all of the ship's resources, you must board it. In order to board another ship, you have to raise your crew's fury. Once you have done this, you can initiate crew-to-crew attacks, and one of those will be the ability to board another ship. One of the ways in which you can attack settlements is what they refer to as a snatch and grab. So you will just fend them off from the water, shooting at them, blowing up things while your crew does stuff on land. Basically, you're keeping them occupied while your crew does the looting. The longer you can do this, the more stuff you will receive from your looting adventure. Last but not least, there are privateers, also known as pirate hunters. From the way they were talked about, these will be more or less the police. It was also stated that they want to continue to support the game for years because of course they do, it's a live service game, and that after launch we would see more ships, in-game events, weapons, and furniture, and that all of this stuff would be free updates. So I am assuming that they probably want to run this similar to how Sea of Thieves is run, where you have your in-game microtransactions that pays for all of the costs, and then you get all of the content for free. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.